What's going on, everyone? My name is Powers, and today we're going to have another top 5 countdown. Today we have the top 5 Fairy type Pokemon. Now, Fairy types are new and introduced and all shiny and great and new in Pokemon X and Y, and they have retypes in the old Pokemon. They have introduced new Fairy types to go inside with the whole new typing and stuff. They've got new Pokemon just specialized for that, and they have changed some of the old Pokemon types from normal to Fairy. Just know have a different type, just totally change it, and it's thrown up a lot of new stuff. It's just changed a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be interesting to count down some of my favorite ones. So just before we start this, I need to say that it's my opinion. It is it's not fact. It's not set in stone. It could change at some point. I don't know, it depends. I kind of need to use more Fairy types because I haven't been totally in-depth with them yet. I have used a few, and we're going to count down some of my favorites. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the list. Number 5. Alright, so coming in at number 5 and starting off today's list is going to be SYLVEON, number 700 on the Pokedex, the 700th Pokemon, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw SYLVEON, I was pretty skeptical. I was like, really? It's pink ribbons and shit? What? And everyone was like debating over what typing it was. People were gonna say it's like flying type because of the ribbons and stuff. People saying it's poison type, which I don't get. Maybe it's like, I don't know, I don't know. I really don't know, actually. But it's, yeah, they introduced new type. It was Fairy type, and SYLVEON was pretty much the first one that we knew was gonna be Fairy type, and yeah, it's not actually that bad. I used him in my... I used her, I think. No, him. SYLVEON was a him. SYLVEON was a guy. So, you know, you can't use gender and stuff. It's all good and stuff. Anyway, I used a SYLVEON in my Pokemon Y Nuzlocke, and it was not bad at all. It took a little while to pick up speed because it didn't get any decent Fairy type attacks until level 37. And I'm looking at its moveset. It actually does get some good Fairy type attacks earlier on, but I didn't evolve it in time, and I didn't evolve it early enough, and it didn't get any good moves until level 37. Once it got that Moonblast, it was a force to be reckoned with. It was not bad at all, and you know, I kind of like it a bit more now. I still think the design is kind of crappy, but it's definitely not a bad Pokemon, and it definitely deserves to be number 5 on this list. So let's go into move to number 4. Number 4. Alright, so number 4 on top 5 fairies is gonna be CLEFABLE, and I said it right. Like in my showdown session, I was calling it CLEFABLE, which is it's not right apparently. But yes, we got CLEFABLE on today's list, and you know, back in the day, back when it was just a normal type, I would not even give it the time of day. I would not look at it. I would not even consider using it on my team at any point in any Pokemon game. But now that it's a Fairy type, I see this thing is an absolute tank and a beast if you let it set up. I've been using it in Pokemon Showdown and competitive battling, and my lord, get the Calm Minds up, get the Moonblast out, and you'll destroy everything. Especially with the Sticky Web team, it can be completely a tanky. He's just a tank. He's a complete tank. He's firing off tank rounds everywhere. It's just destroying everything, and he can take the hits, or she can take the hits. It can be a guy actually, so you know, just letting you know. And it's just so bulky and amazing. And I did not think it would be on the list until I started using it, but now that I have, it is just amazing. It even has Magic Guard as an ability. It's not even a hidden ability. It is its normal ability, Magic Guard. And it just says fuck you to Leech Seed, it says fuck you to Poison, it says fuck you to Burn, fuck you to Entry Hazards. It just does not care about any of those. It just comes in and wrecks people's teams every day of the week. So that's why CLEFABLE has made it as number 4 on today's list. Number 3. Coming in at number 3 today, we're gonna have Gardevoir. Now, placing this Pokemon, this Fairy type, is a little hard for me. I was kind of wondering if I should put it in the 3rd or 2nd place, because I do like both the Gardevoir and whatever is in 2nd place. Who knows what it could be? Very much, but I decided to put Gardevoir as number 3. Gardevoir does get the Mega Form in Pokemon X and Y. While the design doesn't change that much, it gets so much more powerful and bulky, and that's very nice. I do like Gardevoir a lot, and I think it's just benefited from the whole Fairy typing now that it's got it. I just think it's gotten better, even though I think it has 2 more weaknesses. I think Steel and Poison are super effective, but I think that, you know, the benefits kind of outweigh the drawbacks on this one. And I like Gardevoir a lot. I've always liked Gardevoir, and I just think it's gotten better in this generation. And you know, it's definitely got more of a place in sort of competitive now with the Mega Form. It's pretty bulky. It's very nice. You can get some Calm Minds up, and with a Sticky Web team, like I said with CLEFABLE, sorry. You got some Calm Minds up, you got the Sticky Web, you're just gonna outspeed everything and wreck people's days, and I like it a lot. So that's why Gardevoir is gonna be number 3 on today's list. Number 2. Claiming the number 2 spot on the silver medal today is gonna be AZUMARILL. And I like I said before, I had a lot of trouble kind of deciding if AZUMARILL and GARDEVOIR should switch places and where they should go. But I decided that AZUMARILL is gonna just be a little bit more powerful, a little bit better, and a little bit more liked by myself. So AZUMARILL gets the 2nd spot today. Now AZUMARILL, I say GARDEVOIR has only benefited from the fairy typing, but I feel like AZUMARILL has benefited even more. Even though there's only one physical fairy type move, which is kind of strange, only one usable anyway. It's called Play Rough, and even though it can miss, it does so much damage. You gotta stab Play Rough with the huge power of AZUMARILL. It just wrecks everything. You give a choice band to that thing, and nothing is gonna survive the hits. Nothing. Maybe some steel types, maybe some bulky steel types, because they, they're pretty bulky. But apart from that, like, there's nothing that's gonna stop an AZUMARILL with a choice band. And of course it gets the Aqua Jet, so it's got the priority with the huge power. The huge power priority is just too powerful. I like this thing a lot. It is definitely benefited from the fairy typing, and I definitely like it a lot more than I did before. I've never really used an AZUMARILL before. I do have a few shiny MAWILEs, so that might change. But yeah, well, that's why AZUMARILL is number 2. So we're gonna move on to number 1. Number 1. Claiming the number 1 spot and the gold medal today is gonna be MAWILE. And if you've seen my top 5 megas video, then you already know why I like this guy. But I feel like I have to say it again because of course he's fairy type, and he is actually my favorite fairy typing. I think it's all just came from the evolution, the mega evolution that he got. It just made him so much more usable and powerful, and he's another huge power Pokemon that we got on this list because he's just so incredibly strong, and I love it. It's amazing. You got Intimidate as the entry thing, then you Mega Evolve, you got a huge power. You can only benefit from all these things, and I think that the fairy typing and the Mega Evolution has made MAWILE so much more relevant in competitive battling and things. Because just think back to 3rd gen. When did you ever use a MAWILE? Yeah, you didn't, did you? You never used a MAWILE. Don't even try and say you did, because you didn't. If you think you did, then you're daydreaming. You're delusional. You never used a MAWILE. It was pretty much useless back in those days. But now it's just a lot more relevant and a lot more powerful, and I like it a lot more as well. So I'm gonna ask you all to share your fairy types, your best fairy types, your top fairy types in the description. Not in the description, that's where I type things, in the comment section below. And yeah, so that's about it. If you wanna like the video, you wanna go follow my Twitter account, I guess you can do that. Those are always in the description. Not the liking, that's a button. You just need to click that. It's pretty easy. But for now, I'm gonna thank you all very much for watching. And you can also leave some suggestions for the next top 5, because I always like to see your guys' suggestions. I always like to see what you guys want to see, and see what you want to see. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so. So, leave us some suggestions and stuff. Just comment whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. You can comment anything you want. And I will see you guys next time. So, thank you very much for watching. I did the outro in the wrong order again, but we're just going to roll with it. Yeah, so, bye.